Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm on the way up. 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 Been a long.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you guys with another video. Make sure you guys hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell and hit the word all so that you may be able to receive every notification that comes from the channel. Also, make sure you tell a friend that Raw Detroit is back in the building. All right, guys, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about Micah Parsons on today. You know, I've been seeing a lot of videos and people are, giving their take on Micah Parsons going out and asking for a trade demand, and we're going to talk about it. Definitely, man, I would love to have Micah Parsons be a part of the Detroit Lions family. Who would not want to have one of the best pass rushers in the game since he's come into the league? In his rookie year, Micah Parsons had 13 sacks in his rookie season to go along with 20 tackles for loss. We're talking about a straight-out dog, straight-out baller. If you don't know the resume of Micah Parsons, you better look it up. Two-time All-Pro, four-time Pro Bowler. And he's only played 4 seasons in the NFL. Jerry Jones is playing with this man. Micah Parsons deserves to be paid, man. When you're putting out double-digit sacks every single year. Now, granted, he missed a few games last year. He played 13 games, but for the most of his career, Micah Parsons has been on the field. He rarely gets injured, and the dude has a relentless motor. Micah Parsons is that dude. Flat out, this dude can flat out play, man. Definitely a couple seasons ago, the Lions could have drafted Parsons, but they decided to take Penei Sewell, and I understand both of these guys are two of the best players in the league right now. Penei Sewell is one of the best tackles in the league, and Micah Parsons is one of the best young pass rushers in the league. And shame on Jerry Jones, man, for not wanting to play. You're going to pay Dak Prescott, who's really not been doing anything with the Cowboys, really haven't got them over the hump. But Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League over Patrick Mahomes. This dude is averaging around $60 million per season and hasn't taken the Cowboys anywhere. And then you have also, paying CeeDee Lamb. And I understand paying CeeDee Lamb because he put out that work as well. But Micah Parsons definitely has been one of your bright stars on your team. And for you not to pay this man, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, with Micah Parsons demanding a trade and a lot of teams wanting Micah Parsons, a lot of people talking about, can Parsons come to this team? Can Parsons come to that team? Where will Parsons go? And then there's conversations of, will Parsons, come to Detroit? And the biggest thing is, Brad Holmes has already put it out there that he's not willing to give another guy a boatload of money. If that's the case, we would have drafted a defensive end in the first round. We decided not to do that. We could have took a defensive edge in the first round and had that guy for the next, 4 to 5 years. He decided to go against that, took the defensive tackle, and now we're talking about Micah Parsons coming to Detroit. Let's be realistic, Detroit Lions fans. That's not going to happen. As much as we would love for that to happen, it's not going to happen. Brad Holmes is not going to do that. And we wish that he would make a move like that because that would be a power move. But what would Brad Holmes be willing to give up? That's what you got to be thinking about, because you're going to lose somebody. If you sign Micah Parsons on this team to go along with Aiden Hutchinson and to form one of the best tandems in the league, you're going to have to get rid of one of these players. You're going to have to give up Brian Branch. You may have to give up Sam Laporta. You may even have to give up J-Mo. You're going to have to give up an important piece on your team in order to get Micah Parsons. They're not just going to, Jerry Jones right now, he's playing hardball with Micah Parsons. Even as he's come on TV and has made his little statements about, yeah, I saw Parsons ask for a trade demand and stuff like that. But he's like, man, I've been over this stuff a million times. I know how these players are. It's just a bargaining tool or a leverage tool that this guy is trying to use. But You know what I'm saying? I'm in control of this situation. So to me, I think if the Cowboys really don't want to pay Parsons, then allow somebody else to pay him and allow him to walk. If you guys don't feel like Micah Parsons has gotten any better, or you don't like the player Micah Parsons anymore, then won't you just move on from him? Allow him to go to a different team. Allow a trade, meet that request for a trade demand. But Parsons being in Detroit, I would love it. I would love to have Micah Parsons in Detroit because I know we would be savages and we would be on our way to a Super Bowl. Because pretty much and I know that this is the missing element for the Detroit Lions. We have all the pieces on offense. Getting a Parsons will put this team, man, I'm telling you, man, we would be one of the most scariest teams in the league because you wouldn't be able to run on us because we would have Aleem McNeil in the middle, then Parsons on the outside, getting to the quarterback as well, and then Hutch destroying your quarterback. So I understand the fans in Detroit wanting to bring Parsons to Detroit. I totally understand it, and I agree with it. I would love to have Micah Parsons, but realistically, Brad Holmes is not going to do that. If he decides to do such a thing, then it's going to surprise me. But I don't think that Brad Holmes is willing to give another guy $100 million contract when he's already got to pay Aiden Hutchinson coming up here pretty soon. And then you got all these guys that are going to get the extensions. You got Brian Branch. You got Sam Laporta. You got J-Mo. You got Jack Campbell. You have so many guys that need a contract extension. And for the Lions, who would you be willing to part ways with? Because you're going to have to part ways with somebody in order to get Micah Parsons. Do you depart with Sam Laporta? Do you let J-Mo go? What about Brian Branch? Who do you let go? What would you do, Detroit Lions fans, if you're put in this situation? If you were general manager Brad Holmes and you had an opportunity to trade for Micah Parsons, who are you giving up? Because you're going to have to give up a whole lot in order to get this player because he is an all-pro. 2-time all-pro, 4-time Pro Bowler. So this dude don't know nothing but double-digit sacks every single season. Every season that Micah Parsons has been in the league, it's been double-digit sacks for this kid. Phenomenal player. Would love to have Parsons in Detroit. But realistically, Brad Holmes is not going to do this. And we know that Brad is not going to make this type of move, because if he would make a move like this, he would have did it in the draft, and we would have one of the best pass rushers in the league if Brad Holmes wanted to do that. But he doesn't want to pay the other edge guy a lot of money. Kind of want to pay that side peanuts, but it's either here nor there. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Micah Parsons landing in Detroit? I would love to have Parsons, but Brad Holmes is not going to do it.